Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here on this Monday, October the 4th. Weather in 5 is brought to you by Wholesale Holiday Lighting by Giannini, your complete holiday lighting specialist meeting all your decorating needs. And tomorrow, Tuesday, an open house free event for contractors. From 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at 164 Ocean Avenue in Lindenhurst, New York. And there'll be all sorts of things going on, hands-on training, new products on display, and installations, how-tos, estimating, marketing, everything you need to run a successful business when it comes to holiday decorating. RSVP at liholidaylighting.com or call 631-957-5106. And yes, food and beverages will be served all day long. Also brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware. Getting ready for winter time now, and of course, salt is at a premium. They will have the best prices in town and in the tri-state area, and probably even beyond that. They're at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, 631-756-1125, the phone number there, and the website, omnitruevalue.com. Well, a little bit of a change after this nice stretch of weather we've just enjoyed, and we're seeing clouds and some showers overnight on the satellite. A little rotation there going on in the Great Lakes, a little low that is moving eastward on a frontal boundary. And to the northeast of that, you'll notice up in Maine and back up into southeastern Canada, we have some drier air. That is going to be part of the equation this week, although I don't know how much of that dry air is going to win over the days as we move through this coming week. We have disorganized, disturbed weather coming out of the Caribbean and to the east of the Bahamas, but no tropical cyclone development is imminent, nor are conditions all that favorable for development. We'll talk more about this in just a little bit. And you can see that the moisture extends down in the southeast, and that is going to be problematic for areas in the southeastern United States with regards to rainfall this coming week. And may rain every day in parts of the southeastern U.S. In the meantime, here's the radar view as of this morning, 7 a.m. And you'll notice that we had the rain overnight that moved across areas of southern New York State through southern and central New England and now into southeastern New England and back over Long Island. A bit of a break, and then there are more rain showers out to the west that are pushing to the east. And I think this is the kind of day it's going to be. No, it doesn't rain all day long. No, it's not going to be a washout, but there will be some showers and a few downpours to deal with from time to time. Meanwhile, in the southeast at the moment, some scattered showers along the Tennessee-North Carolina border and also down into parts of northwest Georgia, northeastern Alabama, straight down to the Florida Panhandle. Gaps in here too, but we're going to see those showers increase in coverage and intensity going forward. Now, here's the rainfall forecast from WPC, the Weather Prediction Center folks, for the next 7 days. And this starts at 8 a.m. today, so it doesn't include anything that fell overnight and is valid until 8 a.m. next Monday. And we're seeing on the order of about 3/4 of an inch to 1.25 inches through parts of the Northeast, a little bit more in southeastern New England because of what's on the radar there at the moment. That'll tally into the total here. And then take a look from the Central Appalachians down through the interior southeast and into the deep south. We're looking at a fairly large area of 3 to as much as 5 inches of rain to fall over the next 7 days. At the moment, with regards to any kind of watches or warnings, it's pretty quiet up and down the eastern seaboard, but we do have flash flood watches up for much of the state of Alabama to the Florida Panhandle. But actually, the weather across the U.S., which is typical for October, is generally on the quiet side when you measure it against the lack of watches and warnings that are up across the U.S. And I usually find that when we get into these stretches where there's not a whole lot going on, it will eventually be replaced by the exact opposite at some point down the road. Now, as far as our weather patterns going forward, we are not going to really see too much changing here. We have this weather boundary, this frontal boundary that is sitting overhead, and that is going to slowly sink to the south You can see the showers here for today. They also move back out to the northeast. The problem with the next couple of days is that this high coming down from the north, the drier air is going to try to move southward, but at the same time, we have a strengthening onshore flow that is going to be a problem all week. So the question is going to be how much of that dry air from day to day, how far south does it get? Now, I certainly think it'll be in there in upstate New York, in central and northern New England, but whether it makes it all the way down into southern New England and points southward down into the Delmarva Peninsula is a whole nother matter. So I think the best way I'm going to describe the rest of the week on a day-to-day basis will be cloudy to partly sunny conditions. You're going to have clouds that are going to develop during the nighttime and early morning hours because of the onshore flow. The sun is going to try to burn those clouds off, but because of the fact that we're in October and the lowering sun angle, it makes it a more difficult proposition. Now you'll notice on Wednesday the high center actually drops down to right over Long Island and just off the New Jersey coast. So I think Wednesday may be the best day in terms of getting at least some sunshine and fewer clouds into the mix. And then the high just sort of rebuilds back up in northern New Hampshire and Maine for Thursday and Friday. I think those 2 days may also be okay, maybe more on the order of cloudy to partly sunny conditions. And then you see the rain in the southeast for the next several days, just kind of hanging out in the Central Appalachians. There's no real low or storm center to move everything along. So we're going to be in one of these periods where you're pretty much going to be stuck with what you have until we can get weather systems to start moving again. And in fact, as we look at this, the onshore flow actually continues in the eastern part of the U.S. right into the weekend, which does look a little bit more problematic. And this weekend coming up is the Columbus Day holiday weekend. With respect to the tropics, we really don't have too much happening here at the moment, with Sam moving out in the open waters of the Atlantic and going goodbye. And Tropical Storm Victor is now just a weakening tropical depression that should be a remnant low, and that's way out in the tropical Atlantic anyway. The one area that I would keep an eye on in the longer term is this area off the southeast coast, where we do have the chance of low pressure developing in the longer term. And by the longer term, I mean late in the weekend or next week. And you can see, again, that onshore flow just holds on because of the ridge in the eastern part of the United States. And we do see rain. And the GFS has been pretty insistent on this for many days now. It comes and goes with regards to developing some kind of a low here off the southeast coast. And you see it there. This is a week from today. And then it kind of takes it straight northward. I don't know whether that's a fully tropical system or non-tropical or maybe something in between. But that is the one thing we'll probably be keeping an eye on as we move through this coming week. All right, Weather in 5, brought to you by Wholesale Holiday Lighting by Giannini, your complete holiday lighting specialist, meeting all your decorating needs at 162 Ocean Avenue in Lindenhurst, New York. Their telephone number is 631-957-5106. And don't forget tomorrow, the open house for contractors from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Omni True Value Hardware, your salt provider, your rock salt provider for the upcoming winter. For anybody in the tri-state area and beyond, they have the lowest prices for salt, which is going to be at a premium with all the supply chain issues. 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, 631-756-1125 for the best prices in town. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. So everybody enjoy your Monday. You're back to work day after a pretty decent weekend, and kind of dodge the raindrops when you can. The Joe and Joe Weather Show are on tonight on my YouTube channel at 7:30 Eastern Time. And I also want to call attention to those of you who prefer listening to the audio as a podcast. You can go and find the Joe and Joe Weather Show on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and more. So if you didn't get to see or don't have the time to see the Joe and Joe Weather Show, but it's easier for you to just listen to it while you're exercising or running your errands or whatever you're doing, you can find us on Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere that podcasts call home. And again, tonight's Joe and Joe Weather Show will be at 7:30 Eastern Time. So we will see you then. See you then.